Hi guys, it's me Giovanni, and let's just say, when I think of stuff, it seems that sometimes there's, there's just, sometimes there's always one main thought in my head, and it just, for some reason, can't go away this time. Mostly from the stuff that I've been watching. Most of it. And most of it, almost all of it, involved the Mean Girls musical. That's right, the Mean Girls musical. On Broadway, high school editions, and the movie, and some clips from the original 2004 movie. Let me tell you, Mean Girls is iconic. Yes, it is. It's still popular, still infamous today. Some people still talk about it, at least not actually on social media. The Mean Girls musical is still doing, honestly, good, but some versions, like the West End, not so much. I understand why some people don't like the Mean Girls musical, but at the same time, yeah, no, I would have to disagree with you. I like the musical, and even though I completely understand that, like I said, I completely understand that some people may not like the Mean Girls musical, and maybe even hate it. Especially some of the things like Regina George, the main antagonist, when she's not really the antagonist. Sure, it has them, but not in real life. Because we're neither a protagonist or antagonist in our lives. Yeah, that's a little weird. Okay. But basically, Regina's given a bit of a smaller role in the musical, at least to me. But I don't see it as a bad thing, but then again, the musical doesn't have much character development with Regina, and I understand, but it probably doesn't matter anyways. Because to me, sometimes I don't care about character development that much. It sounds stupid, but I don't care. Just as long as I like certain movies and musicals that actually do good or decent job at it, that's fine. That's fine. Especially if all of the cast did their work, what they were working with, or what they were given and made it into a good performance. Or, worked what they worked with, what they got, and made a good performance out of it, especially with their lines. But okay, if a movie or musical or game is not good because of the visuals, the script, specifically what the characters say, or their acting, my God, my God, my God. You can just tell that it's not really good. It's not really good. And it's kind of a shame. Because some actors play their characters decently or good, and certain adaptations of certain stuff that is either good or bad. Now, like I said, the Mean Girls Mean Girls is iconic, and it still is. The musicals are still doing good, but West End, ugh. I don't know if I would even want to bother touching it, seeing it, hearing it. But Mean Girls musical, Broadway and high school editions, lovely. Just lovely. And I don't care about the costuming either. I mean, it spoke to the time when they were made, and teens would probably not wear the certain clothing items that the characters wore in the respective musicals. And that's fine. That's fine. I understand. But I do think some outfits work for actual teenagers and work for characters that feel more like celebrities or more like adults from the way they look and the way they act. Now, for my characters, specifically Quinzel Schmidt, she's a bit childish and teen-like, despite her being a teenager at 16 to around 18 years old or 19, basically being a young adult at that certain age. She wears clothes that sometimes feel like being a little girl or doll, being all dressed up in a nice, simple, cute dress and with bows in her hair and cute, quaint shoes. Nice ruffled or ankle socks or even stockings, tights. My character wears simple dresses. Now, for my character's clothing choices, I thought to myself, how would she canonically explain that she doesn't wear short skirts or mini skirts, mostly because she does not want to have a dress that looks so short that people can see her underwear or her vajayjay. And she wears skirts and dresses that cover her up. She doesn't wear like really long skirts. As long if it's a ball gown, then she can wear it. But normal skirts for teenagers, they have to be knee length, or pleated skirts can work if they're not so super short. Or short like a mini skirt, short. It sounds complicated, but you might understand. Knee-length skirts and pleated skirts are much more appropriate for a girl who wants to not reveal her behind or make it look like she's barely wearing anything underneath. And, when you crouch down, bend over, if your skirt is short, sometimes really short, it's almost like it just moves and you can see a girl's panties. No. Absolutely not. It sounds stupid, but short skirts, I wouldn't be comfortable with a girl that I would like or a character that I would make wearing certain skirts like that. No. 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 Because those skirts are absolutely horrendous. Sure, some of them have good detail. They're 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 nice, beautifully constructed. And some of them look good with nice colors or patterns, but the length, especially if it was pencil skirts, tight, slim skirts, I do not want them near Quinzel. Because she's a really feminine character who wears skirts that are flowy, fun, but simple. And look good on her. Make her look like a doll in a good way, in a good, appropriate way, by it being a skirt that doesn't look like she's crouching down, showing her underwear. And you know, especially if she's good at, especially if it's like a pleated skirt or part of a dress like a cheerleader's uniform, then that can count as well. But still. Oh, and if it was like she's wearing a leotard underneath, then that's fine, but still. No short skirts. But pleated skirts do count. Pleated skirts do count as something that she would wear, even though it wouldn't be that short, like a mini skirt. But I'm just going to say this. Even though pleated skirts and mini skirts can be the same length at times, I do want to say that pleated skirts are skirts that are a bit more flowy. Pleats are in the name. They can be a bit wishy. And thankfully, they're not super, super short to show off someone's underwear. Okay. I'm probably thinking too much about it. Okay, my God. Okay. I'm fine. So, yesterday I talked about taking a shower, and let's just say, when I'm in my room, and if I'm on a specific surface in my room, specifically my bed, my room is not at a cold temperature. It's a bit warm. And let's just say, sometimes I get really sweaty easily, really fast. And it's annoying. It's really annoying. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Weird video. If you enjoyed it, good. If you didn't, that's fine. Please stay safe. Stay safe. Stay at home. Stay away from protests. Stay away from segregated areas. And don't forget to smile. See you in the next video. Bye.